Demi Lovato got super candid on her Sonny With A Chance reunion, and we have all the details. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. Zoom reunions are all the rage these days. We had Victorious, High School Musical, One Direction, hopefully very soon. The latest blast from the past reunion comes from Demi Lovato and the cast of Disney's Sonny With A Chance, which is interesting because didn't Demi just tell Harper's Bazaar that she didn't talk to anyone from her childhood, with the exception of Miley Cyrus? This is a little interesting timing.
Right?
I have to say, when Demi said that, I felt like that might have been a little dramatic. To play a devil's advocate here.
Yeah, also you always have to think about interviews, they're kind of taking out. You don't know how she said it, you don't know the tone of her voice. She could have been or maybe she just meant that her and Miley actually keep in touch, and perhaps this reunion was a DM, an email, something like that.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, and look, a reunion doesn't mean you're besties with. She's probably not besties with the cast of Sonny With A Chance, but we're loving these Zoom reunions, so keep them coming.
Zoom,
you guys.
yeah, whatever. We want to see it. We're all into also the live reunions on TV. It's great. We we feel like we're a part of it. You're letting us in on your secret reunion. It's great. Well, so during this cast reunion, Demi, in perfect Demi fashion, got super candid with her cast members about what she's been up to since 2011. Like most reunions, the cast kicked off by letting each other know what they've been up to since the show ended. Demi went first, where she shared, quote, "I went to rehab several times." You might remember that Demi left Sonny With A Chance after the show's second season when she was only 19 years old, while the rest of the cast then appeared on the show's spin-off, So Random. So it was cool that the show, all those actors, because a lot of times when the lead actor leaves a show, the show's over, and they kind of just transfer them over to another show, which I thought was really fair for the cast.
Definitely. LOL. I love how she just was like, hello, in case you didn't hear, I went to rehab a few times.
A couple of times.
I like that she's gotten to the point where she's kind of not making light, but she's able to, come about it in a comedic way. Well, I mean, she's strong. She's strong enough to kind of, handle it like that.
And I think her speaking her truth inspires other people to speak their truth. So I'm loving this whole candid Demi right now. I know that there was a trending hashtag going around saying Demi is canceled, and she obviously claps back at that, which I think you really shouldn't be canceling any.
Cancel culture.
It's just cancel culture. It's okay, I think everyone they can apologize. They can, and she did say that her and Selena are there's nothing that happened. She's just literally not friends with her.
Right. The only thing you should be canceling are your ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
That's about
don't text them back.
On the call, Demi explained to her co-star Tiffany Thornton that the actress inspired her to get treatment. Demi told Thornton, "You were my biggest inspiration coming out of it because you dealt with all of those pressures of being a woman on TV." Demi revealed that at the time, she was probably happy in her head with how she looked, but now she's much happier with her body and mentality. As she said, "I look back and I'm like, man, it's a shame that we wasted any energy on what we wore on set."
And she also kind of got in more about how she was battling anorexia when she was on that show, how her dressing room was always super hot because she was freezing all the time, which is a sign of an eating disorder. Yeah. So it was she really went through a lot, and it's good that she got treatment.
Definitely. Yeah, it's crazy it happened at such a young age too, but I mean, it does, and like you just said, I'm glad Demi is kind of someone that has all this influence that can be this does happen, and it's difficult, but it's semi-relatable. It's there's not one person that feels like I'm alone in this, which is really cool.
And that you shouldn't put yourself through that. Demi also told her cast how happy she was that they were able to carry on the show without her. As we mentioned earlier, they did that spin-off. She left the show in 2011 after its second season to get treatment for physical and emotional issues. Demi also opened up to her cast about how miserable and overworked she was on set. She told the cast that when they were filming, she wasn't sleeping. She was miserable and angry because she was being overworked, so she'd often nap between scenes. Demi also gave some great advice to any child actors, which really works for anyone out there. As she said, quote, "Speak up for your needs. Always tell the people around you how you feel. If you're tired, tell them you're tired. If you're sick, be honest about being sick and not feeling good," which I think is really great advice for anyone in life.
I feel like people with anyone that has a job in front of the camera, whether you're an actor, influencer, whatever it is, you just get so used to being that character that people just kind of think you're like a robot after a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, enough is enough sometimes, you know, I need a break or whatever it may be.
Well, and carrying a show at that age is very, I mean, there's laws. It's like the whole reason why, you know, there's like child laws of how many hours they can work. But even then, they're like working, and then they're also doing like school on set. So it's just their full big days where a lot is expected from them, more than an average kid.
But what do you guys love most about Demi Lovato, and what reunion do you guys want to see next? Let us know. I'm Jana Rosenberg.
I'm Gabi Conti, and keep it here at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.